Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at McDonald's $100 Aces routine. So this card trick is really impressive. If you haven't seen the performance yet, I did include it in my 1000 subscriber special video. It's one of the 3 effects that you guys could vote on for a tutorial. But if you haven't seen the performance in that video, I'll just include it right now. So if you've already seen the performance, you can skip ahead to the start of the tutorial. But if you haven't, please do just stick around and watch the performance so you sort of know what's going on. Alright, so this is the trick with the 4 aces. But as well as the 4 aces, we actually need some other cards as well. So we'll just put the aces down here for a second. We actually need 12 indifferent cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 other cards. I'll spread them out for you to show there's no cheating going on. There really is 12 cards there. Okay, and this is what's going to happen. We take the aces and we're going to spread the aces out on the mat. So we've got the ace of spades, that goes down right here. And then the other 3 aces, they're going to go down right here. So the ace of diamonds goes there, the ace of clubs, well that goes right there, and the final ace, the ace of hearts, that goes right there. Now, I showed you I've got 12 indifferent cards. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so we're going to deal 3 cards down on each ace. Just like so. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then final 1, 2, and 3. Now, check this out. If you take one of the aces, the ace of diamonds in this case, and you push it in to the middle of this packet, the ace of diamonds face up goes into the middle of the packet, but just with a snap of the fingers, it can actually vanish. It's completely vanished from the packet now. If we take a look at the cards, you can see there's no ace of diamonds. We'll try it again with the ace of clubs. I think I went a bit too fast that time. I'll slow it right down. Watch. The ace of clubs into the middle of the packet, face up, snap of the fingers, it's already gone. Happens that fast, you see, look. It's gone from the packet completely, okay? Try it one more time with the ace of hearts into the middle of the packet, face up. Just like that, it's vanished. And if we take a look at the cards, no ace. Now there's 3 cards left face down and there's 1 ace left to go. I have a bit of a hunch that these 3 cards are actually the 3 we're missing, which is the 4 aces. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. Let's get into it. Okay, so to perform this effect we're going to need a couple of things. So obviously you're going to need 4 aces, and these aces are all just regular aces from a standard pack. Obviously the back design should match the back design of the rest of the pack. So 4 aces, and then you're also going to need 3 special cards. And these cards are special because on one side they're just indifferent cards, and on the other they're aces, okay? And you're going to need 3 of them. You don't need all 4, you just need 3. You'll notice the ace of spades is not present, and it'll become clear why that is when we actually get into the handling of the trick. So I guess we should just discuss about making these cards. If you want to just buy them, you can buy them on the internet. Just search McDonald's $100 aces and it'll be on like Penguin Magic and stuff like that. You can just buy their, it'll give you like a tutorial DVD and the cards as well. So if you just want to go down that route, you can do. But if you want to make them yourself, I did do a tutorial on how to make these cards quite a while back now. I'll link it in this top right hand corner of the screen, go and check it out. But I go through 2 different methods that you can make these cards. So one is with double stick tape, which is very simple, and the other involves actually splitting cards and gluing them back together. So it's a lot more complicated, but I think it gives a better finish. So if you want to go and watch that video, you can, and then you can just make these cards for yourself. Okay, so once you've got your 3 gimmick cards, so it should be 3 aces on one side and just in different cards on the other. Once you've got those, you just want to place those on the bottom of the pack, okay? And then the next 9 cards, you want to make sure that none of these next 9 cards match these. So I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just going to go through here and I'm just going to check that none of these cards match these. And I can already see that I've got a 4 of spades here and a 4 of spades here. So you want to really swap that out. So I'll just get another card there. So now my 9 cards, none of them match, do they? Okay, so that's acceptable. The reason you don't want any to match is because you're going to be using 12 cards from the bottom of the pack, really. So if you get 12 cards out and you've got the spectator sees 2 cards are the same, they sort of already know that something's going on. I mean, why have you got 2 duplicates in the same deck? It just creates an unnecessary thing for the spectator to think about, really. So just make sure that you haven't got any duplicates in the bottom 12 cards. Okay? So once you've done that, you're ready to begin. You can either start with the aces already out on the table, or what I quite like to do is just put them in the deck, just like so. Anywhere will do. And start the effect like that. So you've got your setup is your 3 cards on the bottom of the pack, and the ace is lost somewhere in there. You can start. So you just say, okay, so this effect is going to use the 4 aces, and you're just going to go through the pack and take them out one by one. Now something I quite like to do is when I get to an ace, I'll just put it like that down on the table. And the reason for this is the spectator sees the back of the ace. And this is important because later on, obviously we're going to be using these cards here where the ace doesn't have a back. So if you're reinforcing the idea early on, even if it's just very subtle like this, that the aces do have a back and they're not, there's nothing special about them, it just makes the spectator, believe that everything is above board a little more. So you just go through, find all 4 aces, deal them down on the table. You can put the deck aside, just turn them over and show the 4 aces. Okay, so it's really nice and clean at this point. And you've very subtly sort of suggested to the spectator that they're totally normal cards by openly handling them and letting them see both sides very clearly. Okay, so you've got your 4 aces out, and then you're also going to explain that as well as the 4 aces, you're going to need 12 other cards. So you're just going to put these down to the side and take the bottom 12 cards of the pack. So you just count out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At this point you can just put the rest of the pack away over there. Okay? It's no longer needed. You just need your 12 cards and you can spread them out and just show the 12 cards very simply. There's nothing special about them. And then you gather them back up. Obviously don't spread this way, and you can spread this way, but only cover the top few cards like that. Don't spread all the way and expose those aces at the bottom. So you've got your 12 cards and you've got your aces. At this point you want to get a break under the 3 gimmick cards. So you can, just a nice way to do this is just spread through, show they're all normal, and when you bring them back together, just get that pinky break right like that. Okay, so I've got a pinky break under those 3 cards. Then you want to grab your aces again. Okay, so at this point you should have your aces in your right hand and the other 12 cards in your left hand with the pinky break under those top 3 cards. Now something that's important is the ace of spades, the normal ace of spades, should be on the bottom of this packet of the 4 aces. Okay, so I'll show you. You don't want it to be on the top like this. You want it on the bottom. And the order of the other 3 aces doesn't matter at all. It's just the ace of spades that matters, and that's because the ace of spades is the only one which doesn't have a duplicate. So what we're going to do is you have your 4 aces and you're just going to flip them over on top of the packet like that. So now you've got your 4 face down aces, your 3 gimmick cards, and then a break and the other cards. So and at this point to the spectator you say, right, we're going to take those aces and we're just going to lay them out on the table. So the ace of spades being the most important ace, that goes over there. So that's why we put the ace of spades on the bottom of the packet, so it would be on the top when we flip them over and we put it there. Once you've done that, you're going to take everything above the break and flip it over. Okay, so you're taking, I think it's 6 cards, and you're flipping all 6 over. So you say, and the rest of the aces we'll place right down here. So you flip 6 cards over now. So this is what the top of the pack looks like now. You've got your 3 gimmicks and then the other 3 aces. So you've switched out those normal aces for the gimmicks. So you say, we'll put the other 3 aces out here. There's 1, 2, and on the third one you've got to be very careful because there's another ace hiding behind it. So if you just put it down normally, the spectator's going to see the ace. So you're going to put the first 2 down, 1, 2, and then the final one, get a pinky break, peel it off, and turn your palm down at the same time, just to hide that extra ace. So it should go 1, 2, 3, just like that. At this point, reposition these cards right here, so all the 12 cards are now face down in your left hand. So that's the majority of the effect done, to be honest. There's only one real slide left to do, and we'll get to that in a minute. But now what you need to do is you're going to deal 3 cards onto each ace, starting with these 3. So you deal 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the final 3 cards are of course the 3 aces, and they just go on the ace of spades up here. So you've dealt out all the cards. Now all that's left to do is make the aces jump from here up here. Now the essential sleight with this is an Elmsley count. It can be done without an Elmsley count, as I'll show you, but I think using an Elmsley count really does reinforce this idea that the ace just vanished. So if you don't know how to do the Elmsley count, I'll leave a link to my tutorial up in this top right hand corner of the screen, go and check it out. But I suspect a lot of you guys will know how to do it, so I'll just get straight into it. You start with any ace you want, you place the ace in 3rd position, and we push it in. So that's what the packet looks like. Now, if you want to avoid using an Elmsley count, you can just immediately flip the packet over and show there's no ace. Okay, you just show it vanished. Or if you want to do the good handling, like the handling that I think is superior, you show the ace going into 3rd position, snap your fingers, and then do an Elmsley count. And obviously we know an Elmsley count hides the card that's in 3rd position. So the spectator just saw it go in, face up, and all of a sudden it's not there anymore. And then you can flip over and show these cards. Do not flip your hands over, of course, because then they'll see the ace. If you're going to flip your hands over, flip over your left hand, because there's no gimmick there. So you can say, look, the ace vanished. Pile those cards together, place them down, and then you're just going to do exactly the same procedure for the next 2 aces. Ace goes in the middle, push it in, Elmsley count, flip the cards over, spread, show there's no ace. You can turn over your left hand if you wish. Cards down, you can put them on top of the other cards. There's only one left. Exactly the same procedure. Goes into the middle, Elmsley count, flip them over, there's no ace. So just like that, you've let the 3 aces jump. You let this settle in the spectator's mind for a minute, and then you're going to say, look, there's 3 cards left and the 3 aces have just jumped. I think that if we take a look at these 3 cards, they'll be... And then something you can do is use the ace of spades to flip all 3 cards over together. And that's sometimes quite a nice move to do. So you flip over those last 3 cards and you show that the aces all jumped to the same pile. And that's basically the effect. Okay, so at the end of the effect, obviously you're left a bit dirty, shall we say, because you've got 3 double face cards in this pack of 12. And if a spectator takes this packet and looks at all the cards, they will probably see what's happened. As you don't want that to happen, you probably will be best just take these 12 cards, put them back onto the deck straight away, and put the deck away. Or something else you can do is sort of allow the spectator to sort of check out the aces if they wish. So you offer them the aces and say, look, just take a look at those. And that sort of diverts attention. And the spectator's going to suspect that there's something wrong with the aces anyway, I think. Because they seem to think that, you know, that's what's happened. The aces have jumped, so maybe it's the aces that are gimmicked, not just the indifferent cards. So that's one thing you can do, and while they're doing that, just clean up the effect. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for this tutorial. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, a favourite, comment and subscribe. And if you'd like to keep up to date with what's going on my channel, make sure to check out my Twitter and my Instagram. The links will be down in the description below. As always guys, this has been Complete Deception. I'll see you later.